Hi, and thank you for calling the Patricia Show. For tuning in, to the Patricia Show. This is Patricia. Hi, everyone. Please press like and then share this video with someone you think that would like it. And then please push subscribe. Today, I'm going to give you several techniques that you can use for yourself or from someone who you're trying to help. So, the first one I'm going to give you is a healing technique. And you're going to do this several times a day for about 5 minutes. Do it about 4 times a day. If the person is really sick, you're going to do it 4 times to 5 times a day. If the person is not sick but they aren't feeling well, then maybe you still 4 times a day. And when you're doing it, you're going to do it for 5 minutes, and make sure that you're imagining that you can see God's white light flowing through the person's body. See that it's filling every cell in the person's body. And this is what you're going to say. Now, where I'm saying infinite mind, you are going to say whatever you call God. Mighty I am, Allah, whatever you call God. You would just put it in the spot, universe, whatever, So, but this is what you're going to say. Infinite mind, I command the mighty electrons, light, flows through. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. Let me start over on that. Infinite mind, I command the mighty electronic light flows through me. It heals and renews every cell of my mind and body right now. My mind and body are aligned with my mighty I am perfection. So be it, or you'll say it is done. So I'm going to say it again so that you can, learn the wordings. And you don't have to use the words I'm using. You can also substitute the words for your own. This is just an example of what you could say when you're healing yourself or someone else. Infinite mind, I command the mighty electronic light flows through me. It heals and renews every cell of my mind and body right now. My mind and body are aligned with my mighty I am perfection. So be it. Or you could say it is done. So now that's one for healing. Now I'm going to tell you about one for losing weight. This really works. I used to eat an apple critter. I think you call them fritters. I used to have it every morning, eat it every morning. I think I was getting addicted to those things. I just had to have them. Go to 7-Eleven and get one and get them warm. They were so good. When I did this technique on losing weight, I did not have the desire to eat them anymore. And from the day I did this technique until today, I haven't had an apple fritter. A doctor actually told me about this. He told me they had did research on this, so it really worked. So I had another doctor who was overweight, and he was trying to lose 70 pounds. So I gave him this. He lost the 70 pounds, and then 5 years after I had given to him, he didn't gain it back. And even to this day, he's never gained that weight back. And I asked him, what did he do to keep the weight off? He said every time he was hungry, he would do the technique. And then he wouldn't have the desire to eat. Or if he had the desire to eat, he would only eat a little bit. He didn't have the desire to overeat. So here is the technique, and it's for weight loss. Now, when you get hungry, you would say this in between your meals and then at night. Some people get hungry, like a night snack. They might want a night snack. Well, you could say it then, whenever you're hungry. If you're trying to do it for a particular food, like I was trying to do it for the apple fritters, I did it every morning, because that's when I used to go to 7-Eleven to get the food, So I would do it then, and then I would do it in the evening. So twice a day I did it. And I'm telling you, this really, really works. And again, my doctor lost 70 pounds doing this. So this is how it goes. So you're going to sit down or lay down in a comfortable place. Close your eyes. Then imagine you are eating a meal or a particular food. Like in my case, it was the apple fritters. So I imagined that I was biting down on that tasteful crust. Oh my God. And the glitters on it. I just was imagining I was eating these apple fritters, or imagine that you're eating a meal. When you're imagining this, you're going to use all of your five senses. The taste, how does it taste? How does it smell? When you touch it, what does it feel like? Just use all of your senses and bring them involved in this. When you have done that, you're closing your eyes and you're imagining that you're tasting or eating a particular food or your meal. You feel yourself, put all your senses on, make sure you feel all your senses and everything. Feel that you're touching it. What does it smell like? What does it taste like that. When you are finished, open your eyes. And that's it. Now, one or two things are going to happen. If you still feel hungry, try to fix you something to eat, because you're not going to be able to eat through the entire food that you're fixing yourself. If you did it for a particular meal, like maybe you did it for apple fritter like I had, when you taste the apple fritter, you won't have a desire for it anymore. Or either you can just, you might get ready to go to 7-Eleven or whatever and buy you an apple fritter, and then all of a sudden the desire for it leaves you. Because for me, for the apple fritter, the desire just left me. I no longer have the desire to go every morning to get it. It'll just leave you. There'll be no desire to eat a particular food, like the apple fritter, like my issue was, or to overeat on a meal. Okay? And that's it. It's very simple to do. Just imagine that you're eating it, tasting it, put yourself involved. If it's ice cream or cookies, imagine you got ice cream, cookies, and cake there. Close your eyes, sit down, relax. Imagine yourself eating it, putting all your senses around it, meaning that you're tasting it, you're smelling it, you touch it, you know what it feels like. And when you are finished going through all that, that is it. That is the end. And then after you do that, to overeat, or to eat an apple fritter or whatever your particular foods are. That's it. And then write in the comment box and let me know what happened, or to let me know how much money, how much weight you've lost. Okay? So let's do another technique. Let's do one on money. So you're going to sit, focus your attention inside your chest, and repeat for 5 minutes. And you're going to do this 4 or 5 times a day. And you're going to repeat this for 5 minutes. This is what you're going to say. Now, I'm using the word infinite mind. You could use the universe, Allah, mighty I am presence, whatever you call the Father. Infinite mind, your opulence flows into my hands and use continuously. And you just repeat that for 5 minutes. Infinite mind, your opulence flows into my hands and use continuously. Infinite mind, your opulence flows into my hands and use continuously. Infinite mind, your opulence flows into my hands and use continuously. Okay, so that's in the daytime. Now at nighttime, just before you go to bed, you brushed your teeth, got ready for bed, you're getting in bed. Then just before you go off to sleep, you're going to say opulence. Repeat it like a lullaby as you fall off to sleep. Opulence, 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 opulence. So I want you to do this and then go on off to sleep. And that's it. I want you to do this exercise for 90 days. Now, remember that I consider wealth, like wealth is like, okay, I'm a millionaire. But opulence to me is like, okay, I'm a billionaire with a B. I am a billionaire. That's what opulence is to me. I don't know what you would think of opulence being. So what I'm going to tell you is that if you're a person who thinks about lack and how you don't have money, how you want to buy maybe a Bugatti, but you don't have the money to buy a Bugatti, because when you think about you don't have the money, you are bringing in lack. Immediately you are bringing in the vibration and frequency of lack. So if you do that, and then you do this particular exercise that I'm telling you to do, it's going to take a little longer for you to see this opulence because your mind has always been focused on the lack. So what you could do, so you could see it quicker, the word opulence, replace that word with wealth. So let me tell you. So in the daytime, for the 5 minutes when you're concentrating your attention on your chest, you would say, infinite mind, your wealth flows into my hands and use continuously. That's what you would say. And then at night, when you get ready to go to sleep, you would say it off like a lullaby. Instead of saying opulence, you could say wealth, 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 like that, okay? Now, if you really do want the opulence like a B in billionaire, if you really do want that, that's what you really want, then go on and use the word opulence. But just know that it takes a little bit more time for you to get to where you're actually living that life of opulence. You will be able to see a change in your finances, that's for sure. But you take you a little longer to reach that level of opulence. But if you like, okay, I'm patient, honey, I can wait. As long as I know that it's working, then do opulence. And so just to recap, if you're going to do opulence, 5 minutes a day, 4 times a day, focus on the chest area inside of you and repeat, infinite mind. Your opulence flows into my hands and use continuously. And you're just going to repeat that for 5 minutes. At night, before you go off to sleep, you will just repeat opulence, 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 until you fall right off to sleep. And you're going to do this exercise for 90 days. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in to the Patricia Show. Don't forget, when you start seeing your results, please write in on the comments and let me know what's happening and what you've seen. Thank you so much, and thank you for listening. Have a lovely week. Bye-bye.